South Yemen insurgency timeline. 2009 to 2010 insurgency. April 28, 2009, 14 people are injured and 1 soldier is killed as separatist militants attack a checkpoint in Mukalla. This was the 7th soldier to be killed in South Yemen secessionist violence. 3rd of May, 1 man is killed and 4 are injured in a bomb blast carried out by separatist militia. May 4, 2009, armed South Yemeni protesters ambushed a military base in the south, killing 1 soldier. June 8, 2009, 2 people were killed and 4 were wounded during protests in the south, bringing total casualties to 11 soldiers and 11 others killed. July 25, 2009, 1 person was killed and 4 injured as protesters clash with police in Dhaleh. July 28, 2009, 4 Yemeni soldiers are killed as armed men attack a government checkpoint in the south. It was said supporters of Tariq al-Fadli, an Islamist leader who called for protests in response for the death of 16 people at a separatist rally, were responsible. October 25, 2009, gunmen ambushed a vehicle carrying the body of a soldier killed in Sada. The ambush kills 2 soldiers and injures 3. November 1, 2009, armed rebels attacked the headquarters of Security Corps in Abyan governorate, killing 1 soldier and kidnapping Deputy Governor of Abyan, Adil Hamoud al-Sapri. November 25, 2009, clashes between Yemeni security forces and demonstrators left 5 people, including 2 soldiers dead and 10 people injured. January 10, 2010, South Yemenis launched a general strike and staged large protests against what they called oppression by Ali Abdullah Saleh's regime. January 24, 2010, in the southern province of Shabwa, in Yemen, 3 members of Yemen's security forces were killed after an attack on a checkpoint. January 25, 2010, during riots, 1 policeman was killed while 11 policemen and 3 school children were injured. January 27, 2010, separatists shoot dead a policeman in Al-Ghaydah. 1st February to 24 February, government crackdown arrests 130 separatists in South Yemen. 2nd of February, unknown gunmen killed Yemeni opposition figure and Yemeni Socialist Party member Saeed Ahmed Abdullah bin Dawood in Aden. February 13, 2010, riots in Al-Ghaydah city, Lahij province left 1 dead and 7 injured. According to Ghaydah security director Ali Amar, separatist elements blocked the roads, opened fire randomly and hurled a grenade at a security patrol, killing a citizen and injuring others. February 17, 2010, Tariq al-Fadli announced that starting on 20th of February, the next phase of the South Yemeni uprising would begin with mass protests and civil disobedience campaign. The man who died was a protester and another 5 protesters were arrested. However, in a separate clashes, armed separatists killed a soldier and wounded 3 in Shabwa province. February 20, 2010, separatists killed the director of a criminal investigations unit and 1 of his guards in an ambush on a government convoy. Another 3 people were injured. In a separate incident, clashes erupted between security forces and gunmen in Al-Dhaleh. February 22, 2010, Faris al-Dama, a South Yemeni activist, is arrested and killed by the Yemeni government. February 23, 2010, a soldier is killed by armed separatists in Dhale Province. February 26, 2010, a soldier is killed in an ambush in the Abyan province. February 27, 2010, Yemen declares state of emergency in southern Yemen. This decision follows a rise in attacks against soldiers. March 1, 2010, southern Yemeni activist, accused of links with Al-Ghaydah, his wife, son and daughter and 2 policemen were killed in an armed attack against his home. Another policeman was wounded. In a second time, over 19 people were killed in a bombing in the city of Taiz. March 11, 2010, 2 militants were killed and 10 others wounded in clashes with police. 6 policemen were also wounded. April 1, 2010, An argument between inmates from the separatist movement for the independence of southern Yemen and guards resulted in a bomb being thrown and up to 40 inmates escaping in Dhaleh. 4 were reported injured. April 15, 2010, 2 militants were wounded during a riot after a demonstration in the city of Dhaleh. June 4, 2010, a Yemeni colonel and 2 of his bodyguards were killed in an attack. June 20, 2010, 2 officers were killed in an ambush in the province of Dhaleh. June 23, 2010, 3 soldiers were killed in fighting in Dhale Province. June 24, 2010, 3 soldiers and a civilian were killed, and 8 others wounded in clashes in Dhale Province. June 25, 2010, 1 Southern Movement separatist was killed by security forces in Aden after a firefight erupted during anti-government protests. July 7, 2010, 2 demonstrators died and 4 were injured when police attempted to break up anti-government protest in Aden. July 27, 2010, separatists ambushed a security patrol in Lahij, killing 4 soldiers and wounding 9 others. September 5, 2010, 2 people were killed and 7 others were injured Sunday in clashes between security forces and militants in Lahij governorate in southern Yemen. December 17, 2010, clashes killed 4 Yemeni soldiers and an army officer after soldiers shot dead a Southern Movement member, Abyan, in Abyan in Lahij governorate. 8 additional people are reported wounded, including 5 soldiers, 2 militants, and a civilian. January 8, 2011, Southern Movement militants attacked a checkpoint in Al-Mala district in Lahij governorate. At last 2 soldiers were killed and another was injured in the attack. January 10, 2011, clashes in Lahij governorate killed at last 2 soldiers. January 12, 2011, fighting between southern separatists and soldiers in Lahij governorate killed 4 Yemeni soldiers and wounded 10 others. January 13, 2011, Southern Movement supporters demonstrated in Mukalla in Hadramaut governorate demanding that detained militants be released. 1 militant was killed and 2 others were wounded. January 16, 2011, 1 woman was killed and 7 civilians were wounded in Abyan in Lahij governorate during fighting. The army reported that 4 of its soldiers were wounded during the clashes. 2011 Yemeni Revolution. February 24, 2011, at least 1 civilian was killed during a Southern Movement protest in the city of Lahij in Abyan governorate. March 28, 2011, in Shabwa the Southern Movement attacked and looted central security camps, taking control of Nesib, Al-Zid, Haben and Mayba districts of the city. April 4, 2011, Southern separatists stormed military checkpoints in the southern governorate of Lahij. The clashes left 1 soldier dead and 5 soldiers wounded. April 20, 2011, gunmen attacked security forces at a protest in Kormixer city in Aden governorate, killing 1 soldier and wounding at least 4 other people. Some witnesses report that the gunmen were connected to the Southern Movement. June 10, 2011, suspected Southern Movement militants attacked a military checkpoint outside Al-Habalain in Lahij governorate. At least 5 soldiers and 3 rebels were killed. June 16, 2011, gunmen linked with the Southern Movement shot and killed 2 Yemeni soldiers in Lahij governorate. June 24, 2011, at least 3 soldiers and a passerby were killed in an attack led by South Yemen militants in Al-Mansura. June 24, 2011, a famous Southern separatist leader Jihad al-Sadi was killed when security forces opened fire on the funeral procession in Aden. July 1, 2011, an armed militant from the Southern Movement was killed in an attack on an army position in Aden. 6 others, including 3 soldiers, were injured in the clash. July 9, 2011, Southern Movement was blamed for an ambush against a security patrol killing a Yemeni army officer and 2 troops. 2 civilians were also wounded in the attack. August 23, 2011, armed tribesmen backed by the Southern Movement captured a prison in Lahij Government forces were unable to counter the heavy fire and surrendered. Over 20 prisoners were freed. Post-revolution, 2012. The Southern Movement, like the Houthis, rejected a GCC-brokered deal between the GPC and Al-Islah and boycotted the February 21, 2012 presidential election, leaving Abdrab Mansur Hadi as only candidate. 2013. 2014. 17th of January, clashes between Yemeni troops and secessionist militants killed 4 people Friday in southern Yemen, 2 of them soldiers, sources on both sides said. The fighting broke out when the militants ambushed a military vehicle, killing the soldiers and wounding 4 others, a military source told AFP. 30th of January, 2 soldiers were among 4 people killed when the army clashed with separatists in Dhaleh in South Yemen. Southern Movement activists ambushed an army vehicle at dawn with automatic fire, killing 2 soldiers. Also were killed 2 attackers and 7 more wounded in a subsequent firefight. An activist with Southern Movement confirmed the clash, saying the attackers belonged to the militant Southern Resistance Group. 5th of February, unidentified gunmen shot dead 4 Yemeni soldiers in attack on a military vehicle in the southern Shabwa governorate. They opened fire as the vehicle headed to an army checkpoint near the port of Balhof gas export terminal. 7th of February, 4 soldiers killed and many wounded when Yemeni tribesmen ambushed a military convoy accompanying technicians repairmen which were sent to repair an oil pipeline that was blown up by tribal militias in the rest of southeastern Hadramaut governorate. 18th of February, Yemen's Ministry of Defense said that 9 people were killed in clashes between armed men and Yemeni soldiers in the southern city of Dhaleh. Including 4 soldiers and 1 officer were killed in the clashes. Also 14 other soldiers were kidnapped. 9th of March, at least 2 Yemeni soldiers and 4 militants were killed in a clash on Saturday when fighters tried to attack a military compound in southern Yemen. 7th of August, military and local officials said that 11 militants and 4 Yemeni soldiers were killed in attacks on 2 army posts in the southeastern Dhale Province. 2015. 2016. 2017. In the end of April 2017, Governor of the Aden Governorate Idris al-Zubaydi was sacked by President Abdrab Mansur Hadi, with the reason of disloyalty to him, and loyalty to the Southern Movement. In May 3, major rallies were held in Aden to protest the decision of Hadi. 1 week later, Southern Transitional Council was formed, and some of the members were the governors of Dhaleh, Shabwa, Hadramaut, Lahij, Socotra, and Al-Mara governorates. It also have partial control in Abyan and Aden governorates. 1 day later, Hadi rejected the council, and called it illegitimate. 2018. 28 January, begin of the Battle of Aden, 2018, between the Yemeni government and the Southern Transitional Council, STC.